So good to see you guys again. We are moving through the course. We are at the end of the quarter. So the last grade for this quarter is going to be the assignment for Friday, which is we're watching a movie called Jobs this week, which is about Steve Jobs, the guy that started Apple. So if you're new to kind of grading in this area, you get a grade for the quarter. But the only grade that goes in your grade book on your transcript is the grade for the semester. So it's just kind of the halfway point, and then quarter one and quarter two, they'll be kind of combined and averaged to get your semester grade. So we do ask that you get all of your first quarter stuff in. So those of you that are behind, you need to try to get that stuff in, because after we start quarter two, the late assignments from quarter one, those grades are already kind of locked. So just make sure that you, if you're behind, that you get those things turned in this week. I purposely kind of did a lower taxing type thing, watching a movie and answering some questions to give you time if you're behind. So make sure you do that. The Class Connect this week is on positioning, which we talked about last week. It really also really fits really well into what we're doing with the Jobs movie as well. So what positioning is arranging for a product to occupy a clear, distinctive, and desirable place relative to competing products in the consumer's eyes. So using the market mix to do that. So if you think about Apple's story is a good one, right? So Steve Jobs came, and when you watch the movie, Apple is all about making products that are beautiful in their design, and they're more expensive, and that's kind of the area that they kind of live in, right? So you think about iPhones now, but back then it was the first computers were more expensive, and they spent a lot of time and money on advertising on kind of making their things that way. So that's kind of what it is. Here's a quick video that I want you guys to respond to as the assignment for this Class Connect. So let's watch this first, and I'll talk about the questions.
Media sites. Your brain will quickly spit back some names to you, and the order of those names matter. Your mind is always categorizing and ranking information. Social media sites is a category in most people's minds. You can think of that category as a ladder, and each rung represents a different brand in the category. The goal is to be at the top rung of the ladder so you can own the market share for your category. Most people would think of Facebook first, then maybe Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. The people who created LinkedIn and Pinterest were smart. They knew they weren't going to dethrone Facebook and Twitter on the ladder of social media sites, so they carved out a new position and started a new ladder where they could own the top rung. If you were to ask, name some business-related social media sites, there's a good chance LinkedIn would be on the top rung of that ladder. The same way that Pinterest would be on the top rung for most people when it comes to recipes and crafts on social media. You see new positions being created all the time. After all, farmers have their own dating site because city folk just wouldn't get it. If you're not in the top two rungs of your broad category, then you're missing out on a lot of opportunity. You should then consider creating a new position for your brand. To learn even more, click on our position.
Right.
Quick.
So here's the assignment. The assignment is which social media platforms do you use the most, and how has it positioned itself as a tool for teenagers to use, right? So they just talked about Facebook is the #1 social media platform out there. It's not the #1 social media platform for teens, right? So for you guys, you're more Snapchat and TikTok, and YouTube, I think is, probably what you guys use the most. And how have they positioned themselves for teenagers? And then number 2, it says, what are some other products you use on a daily basis that have positioned themselves to teenagers as opposed to their parents? So again, think about maybe the clothes that you wear, might be other items, technology items that you use, so on and so forth. How do they position themselves to you guys as their target audience as opposed to parents like me? Okay, so there's lots of examples of that. So that's the assignment. Again, in order to get credit for for this assignment, you have to respond to that in the assignments box in Schoology. So does that make sense? Can I get a thumbs up from you guys? You understand the assignment? Good. Okay, you guys. So again, watching the movie Jobs this week, enjoy that. Make sure you get all your assignments in from first quarter, including this one. So this is going to be in the grade book and the Jobs one, and then any of the missing assignments from the quarter, get those done too. All right, you guys, great to see you. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.